Brought to you by Gamezy. Win up to rupees 5 crores every day. Download the app now.
It's a big game in the IPL, especially for the Kolkata Knight Riders, because if they fail to beat the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they're going to go out. It'll be the end of the rope for them in this edition. And similarly, for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, it's a very crucial encounter because they need these 2 points to stay in the chasing pack, to have a chance of making it to the playoffs. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the budget buys first. Well, for KKR, I'm looking at 3 players among the budget buys, and one of them is Venkatesh Iyer. Venkatesh Iyer scored 43 runs on his return to the playing 11, looked in great form, and the fact that he bowled 1 over, and in the future games, the next couple of games, he might actually bowl 2-3 overs just in case. That's why I feel he's a good pick, because he's opening the batting, might bowl 1 or 2 overs. So Venkatesh Iyer will be in my 11. Then Nitish Rana also managed 43 runs just like Venkatesh Iyer in the last game. So Nitish Rana has been in form recently. Last 4-5 games, if you look at it, he must be the highest scorer for the Kolkata Knight Riders. So he's another player who I'm looking at. Then Rinku Singh, not just for the fact that he has scored some runs, looked in decent touch, stayed unbeaten if I'm not wrong in the last game when KKR suffered that massive collapse against the Mumbai Indians. It was Rinku Singh who scored those 23 runs for his side that took them to 165. But Rinku also is a very valuable fielder, and that's where you get more bonus points if he takes a catch. So Rinku can be a choice. Now let's look at Sunrisers Hyderabad, and there are quite a few options. Abhishek Sharma, we know, has been doing well, but the games that he hasn't performed, even Sunrisers have struggled. Then you know that Umran Malik can be an option, because Umran Malik, even though he has gone for quite a few runs in the last 3-4 games, still a big wicket taker, and the day he comes to party, he's going to get you 2, 3, 4, 5 wickets also, like he showed us in the past. Then Jagdisha Suchit. I'm not sure whether Washington Sundar is fit for this game or not, but Jagdisha Suchit, if he plays, picked 2 wickets in the last game against RCB, and I thought he was very, very good with the ball. So Suchit is another option. And then let's see whether somebody like a T Natarajan comes back into the 11, because if he does, he will definitely be in my 11. Well, overseas options, we know Andre Russell will play for KKR, we know Sunil Narayan will be there, Tim Southee will be there, but there will be no Pat Cummins. His hip injury has ruled him out of the IPL, and he's going back to Australia. And the problem is that without Cummins now, we don't know who their bowling option can be. I think what the Knight Riders can do is get somebody like even Chamika Karunaratne or even Mohammad Nabi, because that provides you with that bowling option as well as some sort of batting, right? Batting depth is there. Nabi, we know, can bat. Karunaratne also for Sri Lanka, by the way, is a decent bat lower down the order. So that's why I think they can look at somebody like a Chamika Karunaratne if they want sort of a like-to-like replacement. But the only thing is that Cummins bring far more quality than somebody like Karunaratne. He could well prove me wrong. So I am waiting to see whether they go in with the same 3 guys and maybe one of Nabi or Karunaratne, or they just decide that they're going to play only 3 foreigners and have somebody like a Shiv Mavi back into the 11 or Harshit Rana. So let's see. For Sunrisers, we know Kane Williamson will be there. We know Nicholas Puran will be there. Aiden Markram will be there. The only problem with them has been that ever since Marco Jansen went out of the 11, the 2 guys that they got, Sean Abbott conceded 47 runs in that one innings, that one game that he played. And similarly, Fazal Farooqi, yes, Dinesh Karthik was dropped off his bowling, and then after that he ended up conceding 22 runs from the drop catch, and then 2 sixes after that in a boundary. And he also conceded 47 runs at the end of that innings. So I'm not sure what happens, whether they go for Fazal Farooqi or Sean Abbott. For me, the thing is simple. If Marco Jansen is fit, you keep him in the 11, because he so good. The last game that you won, by the way, he was the player of the match. Yes, his form also sort of deteriorated in the next 2 games after that, but Jansen is still that tall, lanky left armer. I still think he is a good fit for the Sunrisers side. Captaincy choices, well, I have to say Andre Russell remains my all-time favorite from KKR among the captaincy picks, and Yes, you can look at Nitish Rana also because he's been scoring runs. Shreyas Iyer is an option, but for me, yes, Russell, because the fact is that he's been bowling more overs in the last couple of games, and the batting aspect also, because if he fires, he can take the game away single-handedly. We know that. Sunrisers, I'm only looking at two players honestly, because if T. Natarajan was there, I would have thought maybe he's also an option, but if he's in there, then I'm looking at only Rahul Tripathi and Abhishek Sharma, because they've been their best batsmen this season so far. Yes, Puran has scored 50s, but they've come in losing causes. Aiden Markram has got some runs, but Tripathi and Abhishek Sharma are the backbone of their batting. If Abhishek Sharma fires, they usually end up winning the game. And if Tripathi, last game also he scored 58 runs in a losing cause, probably played the lone hand in that game. But yes, Tripathi also, with the kind of performances we have seen from him, is a decent pick. So in my fantasy 11, I have gone in with Venkatesh Iyer, Nitish Rana is there, there's Abhishek Sharma, Rahul Tripathi, Nicholas Puran is my wicket keeper. Then I picked Andre Russell, Tim Southee, Sunil Narayan is there, there's Jagadisha Suchit, Umran Malik, and if T. Natarajan comes in, then I'll keep him. Otherwise, I'll have Bhuvneshwar Kumar in my 11. So guys, I made this team on the Gamezy app. Make sure you download the app through the description below, because you can win up to 5 crore rupees in daily prizes. You can make your team before the game starts, in the middle of the innings, or for those 5 over blocks during the game. So what are you waiting for? Download the app right now. Thank you for watching.